Hey guys, what is up? So, I'm having a tough day, tough week, tough month, tough year, as we all are. I didn't necessarily get the best news today. It's a lot. I won't even go into it because it has a lot to do with finances and it's just so stressful. Why do you really care to know about my situation? I think I'll be okay. I just may need to work extra hard into next year, 2021, to make things happen because I will be alone. And I just did not expect to have this house, and I am not ready to sell right now. So it's going to be a lot on me. But again, I think I will be okay. I hope I will be okay. I don't know. I'm really stressed out with the unknown. It's really bothering me right now. And in a time when you sometimes need help the most or need people to reach out the most, they don't. And when you don't, they reach out. It's kind of silly. But I'm having to learn to swallow my pride and reach out anyway, even when I'm having those feelings, It's just been a tough year, and it just ended so poorly, as if things couldn't get any worse. It's I don't know. I may have to even reinvent myself yet again. I'm just running out of ideas. I'm literally what else can I come up with? What else can I reinvent to keep, sustaining myself? Maybe I need to slow down. Maybe I need to minimize. Maybe I've outpaced myself too much. Maybe I've spread myself too far, too wide, too thin. Do I really need all of this? Do I need all of this space? It's I can be fine with minimal. I've been pretty minimalistic before. I was probably happier then too. I just don't understand the whole human concept and the human construct of wanting more. I know people are not happy with too many belongings. I just don't know why people are so addicted and obsessed with debt. So addicted and obsessed with putting themselves in credit card debt, pulling out loans just to have a pretty nice lavish lifestyle. And for their children, it's just they're so broke. And they're so unhappy. And it's well, why did you put yourself in that position to begin with? And I'm just looking back at myself too. I'm where can I really cut back? Because I don't need all of this. So I'm thinking a lot about my life and reanalyzing everything of how I live. I'm just I can redo things so differently to lead a happier life. I don't need this many things. Right now I have I'm going to have 2 completely empty bedrooms in a couple days, and I'm I don't even need to buy beds there. Who's going to sleep over? Do you know what I'm saying? They can just be empty rooms where I film and I decorate them as my own space, however way I want. They don't have to have beds in them for the time being. I'm just hitting myself over the head now because I feel I got too comfortable, and maybe I could have held back on going back to school last year for just a year, or, you know, I could have held back on that loan, or, you know, like, it's so important to get yourself out of debt, man. It really is, because you never know, and I did not expect this until now, that you're going to have to end up being all by yourself again. And I'm like such in a tough situation right now for many reasons. It's not only that, like, I wish I could go into it, but I would like to keep everything private for the most part. But it's like, I'm neither good if I move or if I stay. Like, I have no choice almost but to stay. But if I move, I will literally have to, like, majorly downgrade. Like, I cannot even probably... I don't know what I can do. I don't know. I put myself in such a tough situation that I'm, like, literally reconsidering a lot of things right now. I don't know what I got myself into. I don't know what I put myself into, but I was also in a very toxic scenario with someone, and I needed them out, like, ASAP, you know? So these vlogs are just journals, but I don't know what to do. I just need 1 month to see how my situation is. Maybe 2 months. And if I see it's pretty much the same, like, I'll be fine, you know? But I really have to cut back some expenses. Like, you know, it's little things you think about. It's like, oh, what can I cut back on, you know? Like, realistically, like, maybe I'm buying too much of this, or maybe I really don't need that product. You know what I mean? Maybe I can cut this subscription, whatever. And you can also argue, like, oh, maybe I can, like, find ways to earn more money. But it's like, oh, okay, like, when you already found a million other ways to do so, like, you can only stretch yourself so far. You literally cannot consume 100% of your day working. It's, like, impossible. And you ruin quality time with yourself, you know? And other things, you have to take care of other priorities. But I just did not necessarily get good news today. Right now, my situation, I just cannot, like, I'm just in a place where I'm like, I just cannot do the things that I was hoping I could do for many reasons, basically. And it's just such, like, literally all I can do is just wait and see, do the best I can, and stay here and hope for the best and see what happens. That's it. And the fact that that's it, that there's no other option for me, is creating so much stress for me. Like, literally, my blood pressure has been through the roof lately, guys. And I know this probably sounds like first world problems, like, oh my God, like, there's so many other problems to deal with. People, like, actually genuinely don't have money right now. People actually genuinely don't have food to eat. Like, that's a much worse problem, you know? So I can figure this out. I just, like, it's so stressful when you know you can do better, but you're not, but you can only do so much realistically, and you can't at the same time. Like, as much detail as possible, that's all I can talk about. But it's like, it just makes my head spin. I just realized how important friends are this month, you know. They're there for you. And, you know, to have to deal with all this stress alone is just so tough. But I also understand how stressful it is for someone else to hear that, because, like, literally everyone's going through the same problem right now. It's like, you know. So kind of like to take yourself out of your own head and put into perspective that others are going through this as well, and it's not that simple. But when you're, like, a overachiever perfectionist, it just so sucks when you're, like, not you, when you're, like, stuck. You can't like do the things that you hoped you could do because like literally there's like no other option realistically. So that's the kind of just scenario I just put myself through. I can just only hope for the best and see what happens and go from there. I think it's just the first day of this and just being like, and I guess in a way rejected. It just sucks to sit in, but I think I'll overcome it. I'll get over it. I'll find ways to get through this. I just am journaling this, as you know, and maybe you can relate to something I said. And sometimes people like hearing other people's pain because they want to know that they're not alone. So, hey, I'm going through a really painful, tough situation right now. You have no idea. So, just reaching out to you guys. I'll be okay. It's just like a lot of this stuff I can't talk about. I think the thing I'm holding on to the most is like my freedom. At least I'm free now. I get to do literally whatever I want to an extent. Guys, before you even sign a house with anyone or anything, before you even buy a house with anyone or anything, make sure you are solid with this person or make sure you are good. Okay? Do not screw yourself with a problem like this because it's huge. It can affect you for a long time. Okay, so anyway, guys, I always say you have my bookings on my website, TonyBomboni.com. That's what keeps me going for this channel, for my ASMR channel, for other things I do, little itty bitty little teeny products. I have everything on there. OnlyFans. And everyone's asking like, oh, is it 18 plus? Yes, it's explicit content only, 18 plus only content on OnlyFans. My bookings on my website, Reiki, Tarot, fortune telling, all that stuff, ASMR. My Patreon, my Cameo, I have all that stuff on there for a reason. That's what, with your bookings, I'll be okay. But with everything else that's been going on right now, with everything on the uncertainty in the world and everything, like without all that, like I would not be okay. So I offer a service for people, I always said that. I don't just sit here and ask for donations. I will reward you for your money. You will get insightful information. And that's all I can do right now, really. That's all I know. I've been an online person for a decade now, and like that's literally all I know, and that's all I know what to do, and that's my survival, I'm not rich. I'm in it like everyone else, just trying to do the best I can, and that's who I am. Like, I like sharing wisdom, knowledge, personal pain and experience in hopes someone hears and like it makes an impact in their life as well. And that's what my bookings are for. So I'll be okay. I'm just being dramatic. I'm just like, but it's the initial worry. Like, Virgos don't like to live a life where they have to worry about money. Okay. Like, I don't want to have to end up like that. I really don't. Again, like I said, I'm okay for now, but like, that's why I keep shouting on my website. So I maintain my okay. So I'm more than okay. So I don't have to worry about the next month, the next paycheck. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm just getting these initial like fearful thoughts in my head. Just like, this is like probably my most private channel, like that I feel comfortable sharing with you guys, like my deepest, darkest thoughts and secrets. And to an extent, of course, I limit. I have a boundary now. Like I used to overshare everything, but like now, obviously, you don't really know what's going on with my situation, and that's for a reason. I cannot tell you everything. I set a strict boundary. Like I share to an extent. I don't want to just act all crazy on here like I used to and get a lot of hate and get canceled or whatever for whatever reason I say or do. Okay, I've learned my lesson there. I know you can only cancel yourself, but I just like, I have to set a healthy boundary even with my poopsies, my universe darling viewers, because there is in fact a thing called oversharing, and I don't want to go there again because you guys don't know me privately like that, and it's just not fair to myself and my well-being to share every single nitty-gritty detail about nitty gritty detail about my life. I have to have a private life too. So I hope you guys understand my worries and concerns. Share your financial concerns with me in the comments below. I never thought I'd have to say that this year. Like, share your financial. I'll be fine. I'm just over dramatizing everything in my life, making everything harder on myself. I just wanted to get those thoughts out there without going to a therapist again, because I literally like have no one else to like, but a couple people in my life to like share these things, and I don't want to like annoy them with this stuff as well, you know. So this is, again, my journal, my public journal. So this is how I vent. This is how I get my frustrating thoughts out. So thank you for joining me for this, guys. I can't wait to read your comments and what you have to say. I love reading your comments. I love your guys' support so much. Why am I such a crybaby? I know I'll be okay. I'm just like, oh, it's so stressful sometimes, you know. Life, man. This has been such a tough year. Bye, guys. I'll be okay. I'm such a crybaby. I'm a grown man. I'm not supposed to be like this. But I'm just like, sometimes when you like hear stressful thing after stressful thing, you hear about someone getting sick and your friend's friend getting sick, someone dying. It's just like, I've just had such a stressful month. Bye, guys.